Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
Well, I guess I got everything confused then. I was sure Dee said she was taking lessons from you, Mrs. Lem.
No, I'm not teaching now.
Well, that's a real blow. I'll tell you, everyone knows Lem's has the only real Chinese food in the city. Dee's told me all about your terrific kitchen.
Oh, I showed her through it. Would you like a tour?
No, thanks, Mrs. Lem. Not right now, maybe some other time. Right now, I gotta try to track her down. Do you happen to know Dee's friend Sheila by any chance?
Sheila? Oh, yes, I know indeed Sheila, but I didn't realize she was Mrs. Ryan's friend as well.
She hasn't been here today, has she?
No, not today.
I see. Well, I guess I just got the message all mixed up. Hey, excuse me, I'm going to call my office, okay?
Ryan Campaign Headquarters, Al Newton speaking.
Hi, Al, Frank, look, can you find that message about my wife again? It did say to meet her at Lem's, didn't it, or am I nuts?
Sorry, Frank, I threw it out after you called.
Do you remember, did it say anything? Do you remember what it said?
Something about Chinese cooking, maybe lunch.
You can't recall which, huh?
And her friend, Sheila. Yeah, I'm really sorry. They told me to...
Yeah, to throw out the messages after I got them. Absolutely right. It's my fault. I should have written it down.
I've got lots more here. Do you want them now?
No, never mind. I'll pick them up later. So long, Alan. Bye-bye.
Sacrifice.
I gave up my sight to have a healthy baby.
His dark secret.
My daughter's dead. I'm lying to my wife.
This week.
I want to see again.
Dangerous news.
What if I could make that happen?
Watch All My Children. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up, so damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
For Sunsweet, growing the perfect prune plum is an art form. And now, after nearly 100 years working hand in hand with nature, we present a true masterpiece. Denor prunes from Sunsweet.
Excellent.
Oh, they're delicious.
That is really good. I'm definitely hooked.
Absolutely perfect.
And now, we invite you to try a plum masterpiece. Delightful, delicious, Denor prunes. Only from Sunsweet.
Imagine facing the day with less chronic low back pain. Imagine living your life with less chronic osteoarthritis pain. Imagine you with less pain. Cymbalta can help. Cymbalta is a non-narcotic treatment that's FDA approved to manage chronic musculoskeletal pain. One pill a day, every day, can help reduce this pain.
Tell your doctor right away if your mood worsens, you have unusual changes in mood or behavior, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Cymbalta is not approved for children under 18. People taking MAOIs or thyroidazine or with uncontrolled glaucoma should not take Cymbalta. Taking it with NSAID pain relievers, aspirin, or blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Severe liver problems, some fatal, were reported. Signs include abdominal pain and yellowing of the skin or eyes. Talk with your doctor about your medicines, including those for migraine, or if you have high fever, confusion, and stiff muscles, to address a possible life-threatening condition. Tell your doctor about alcohol use, liver disease, and before you reduce or stop taking Cymbalta. Dizziness or fainting may occur upon standing. Side effects include nausea, dry mouth, and constipation.
Ask your doctor about Cymbalta. Imagine Imagine you with less pain. Cymbalta can help. Go to Cymbalta.com to learn about a free trial offer.
I'm Adam from Colorado. I lost 35 pounds.
I'm Allison from Texas. I lost 40 pounds.
I highly recommend Hydroxycut. The key ingredients are clinically proven to help people lose more weight.
Hydroxycut and Hydroxycut Max. Lose weight. Start now.
Seneca. Oh, Clem, please, come in. Sit down. I'll tell you, if you can get my mind back on this hospital, you'll be doing me a real favor.
Okay. So you're expecting that phone to ring any moment now?
Oh, I'm sorry. The judge let me come back here to wait until the jury was finished with their deliberations. They'll call when they're ready, and then Jill and I will go down there.
Look, are you sure you don't want me to come back tomorrow?
No, I'm positive. Positive. I'm not looking on the dark side, but in case we have anything to discuss, we better do it now, Clem. I don't know how long I'm going to be around here.
But, Seneca, I saw their faces. They can't convict you. They were on your side.
Well, maybe. But even so, I still have the County Medical Society to contend with. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I heard.
News travels fast.
Dirty news, especially.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole hospital knows how Roger forced them to hold the hearing by making so much noise.
They probably would have to do it eventually anyway because of the press.
No, they could have stalled the press until the whole thing passed away. And you know it.
Well, look, the point is that they are holding it, so why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
Well, what's on my mind is how that rat thinks that he's going to get away with this.
You are referring to Roger.
Yeah, I'm referring to Roger, yes. Seneca, the moment they hear why his contract isn't being renewed, that hearing will disintegrate. They're not fools. They'll know he's out for blood.
Unless I am convicted. And if I am, the County Medical Society is going to have to go forward. I mean, they won't have any choice.
Oh, I only wish I could have helped you. I could have been a better witness.
Honestly, that's ridiculous. You were fine. I'm the one who caused the trouble. Look, this is all very depressing. Now, would you please tell me what you came here to see me about?
Sorry. It's about Faith.
Faith?
Faith.
What's the matter?
But nothing. Seems to have made a complete recovery. The psychiatrists say she's okay. She's full of energy, and she wants to come back to work right away.
Well, that's terrific. Yeah. I mean, why didn't she come and tell me herself?
Well, she didn't think it was the right time to bother you.
To bother me?
To bother you.
She's fine. She wants to come back to work, and she didn't want to bother me. We're short-staffed, for Pete's sake. Well, you tell her to come to work 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. How's that?
Okay, I'll do that. And she's a bit concerned that she might not be able to make up her residency requirements.
Oh, we can handle that with a couple of adjustments, can't we?
That's what I told her.
You know, she's going to turn into a fine doctor one of these days.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Only I was looking at her file the other night, and it occurred to me that maybe she won't want to stay in neurology now that her father's gone.
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, I think it was a major reason for her choosing neurology in the first place.
You know, it's possible the fact that Ed was there had a lot to do with my decision.
Hey, you're not planning on leaving me, are you?
No chance. I'm hooked.
Glad to hear that.
But Faith may be thinking of something else, and I'll ask her.
Yeah, would you? Sure. She's so nice. She's just liable to drift along because she didn't want to hurt our feelings. On the other hand, don't you suggest it. I mean, we need her.
In other words, don't talk to her about it. Just don't mention it either.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean.
What you mean?
Thanks.
I'll handle it.
Seneca, the clerk just called. Jury's about to reach a verdict.
Little John went out like a light. What'd you feed him?
Pat Ryan special.
Well, Mr. Councilman, what are you doing home?
I thought Delia might be here.
Dee, didn't you find her at Lem's?
No, I must have got the message mixed up. Mrs. Lem wasn't expecting her.
Oh.
I saw Dee a couple hours ago and she didn't mention Lem's. She's been out canvassing for you all day. Has she? Yeah. She dropped in here just long enough to have a cup of coffee, then she was off again. Real excited, too. I guess things are going well.
Ah, bless her heart.
Well, that makes more sense. That's what I thought she'd be up to.
You mean there wasn't any cooking class today at all?
No. No, there wasn't.
Oh, then you didn't get to meet the famous Sheila.
No, and Mrs. Lem didn't even know whether Dee and Sheila were friends. Pat, have you ever met Sheila?
Nope, never.
Nobody has. I, for one, am almost insulted. Can you imagine living in this neighborhood and never dropping by Ryan's?
Outrageous.
Where does she live?
Come to think of it, I don't think Delia has ever mentioned it. Of course, it's got to be nearby. I mean, how else could Delia run over there all the time?
Yeah.
Did you have a bite to eat at Lem's?
No, I didn't stay. I knew if I sat down, I'd be in for an hour of serious eating.
Oh, you must be starving.
Strangely enough, I'm not. But you'd better get used to the idea of weird things in your kitchen. As soon as Dee gets good enough, we'll all be eating Chinese, huh?
Oh? How soon will all this occur? Would you tell me? I want to prepare myself.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question.
All I know is that Mrs. Lem appears to be very pleased with their progress, Dee's and Sheila's.
Dee said that?
Oh, yes. And, of course, the lessons have been doing the child the world of good. What I really think was she needed to get out of the house more often.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's hard. It's hard to be tied down to a babe.
Well, you survived it 5 times.
Oh, well, it's different with me. I mean, I was always surrounded by babes with my aunts and my uncles and my cousins in Ireland. But Delia was raised, well, alone more. And it's different. Though I do think Dee is finding life a lot easier these days.
I agree with you. Whatever it was bothering her the past few weeks seems much better now.
I didn't know anything was bothering her.
You're kidding?
No.
She's been so subdued. You haven't noticed it?
She seemed a little quiet, maybe, that's all.
She's been more than quiet, Frank. I don't know, sometimes I think this whole family tends to take her for granted. I mean, we're so sensitive to each other, but very rarely to her.
Well, we do try, Pat.
Yeah, I know. But do we always succeed?
Well, I think I'm going to get myself some coffee and wait for her. She's bound to take a break sometime.
Don't you have to be getting back to the office?
It can wait.
What's that all about?
I don't know. Seems to be upset about something.
No one should destroy a family that's meant to be together.
Finally this week.
Natalie didn't have another man's baby. She had John's.
Why are you still carrying around my son's paternity test?
If you've got something to tell me, you need to start talking.
Oh my God.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Oh, allergy season.
Good thing it's Allegra season. I bought it at Walmart without a prescription.
Allegra gives you fast, non-drowsy, 24-hour relief of your toughest symptoms. Get Allegra at an everyday low price at Walmart.
You can change the way you look.
I have 2 children and could not get rid of those last 20 pounds until I tried Quick Trim's Extreme Burn. I went from a size 8 to a size 0, and I'm thrilled.
Quick Trim. Create the body you deserve.
The Gerber generation is drumming up a love for yogurt. Gerber Yogurt Blend Snacks with a NutriProtect blend of essential vitamins, minerals, and the creamy deliciousness little ones love. Join the Gerber generation on Facebook.
A man's life spirals out of control.
I want to do an intervention.
Thursday, 6-time Emmy winner Anthony Gary.
I am not an alcoholic. You're in denial. I want my dad.
General Hospital.
Friday, the day of the royal wedding. The View is live with a very special edition. I'll be in London with up-to-the-minute events. My co-host will be here in New York, so join us for The View's royal wedding coverage live Friday on ABC.
The clerk wanted to make sure we were on tap.
Well, I guess this is it.
Seneca, I told you they're on your side. They've been out a long time. If they wanted to convict you, they would have gone on, gotten it over with, and gone home.
Jill, what do you think?
Well, they're having trouble deciding, that's pretty clear.
Either for me or against me?
Yes. You see, they may have found you guilty of some charges and innocent of others.
Well, that's what you expected, though, isn't it?
Seneca, look, there's no point in speculating.
Hey, listen, I'll let you two alone, okay? Seneca, good luck.
Thank you. Hold the fort, huh?
Hold the fort.
Well, at least it'll be over soon.
Yeah.
How bad is it for a lawyer to lose a case?
Well, you don't win any brownie points for it.
Sorry I blew it for you, Jill. You worked so hard.
Hey, we don't know that you did yet. Anyway, it is up to the attorney to control the client.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There is no way that you could have stopped me from doing what I did.
No, I suppose not.
Are you still angry at me?
I was never angry at you. Just sad.
I'm not mad at you, my boy, just a little disappointed.
Oh, no, much more than disappointed. You see, I wonder if you will ever think that you've paid enough.
What do you mean?
Do you remember the day those subpoenas were served?
Yeah?
Do you recall our conversation?
Vaguely.
Well, I should have known then that I couldn't control you. You've wanted to be convicted from the very beginning.
Oh, come on, Jill.
Oh, come on, Seneca. You are so consumed with guilt because of the way you led Nell's life and put your own career first that you can't bear not being punished for it. And since she's not around to do it, the jury will have to do it.
That is amateur psychology.
Okay, maybe it is. But it's true, isn't it?
Possibly.
See, no matter what the verdict is, that's the thing that you have to deal with, Seneca.
How did you get so smart?
I care what happens to you.
After all the trouble I caused you, I can't imagine why.
Well, for one thing, as your attorney, I have been thinking about you and your life day and night for weeks.
Is it hard letting clients go?
If they're nice people, yes, sometimes. It's an incredibly intense relationship.
Yes.
And an honest one. See, in a case like this, there's no time for games and politeness. There's too much at stake.
You're just trying to make me feel better for yelling at you, aren't you?
Oh, come on, we both yelled. The point is that in the end, we really knew what each other felt about things. How we got there doesn't matter.
I guess you're right. It was like we were colleagues, in a way. Except the project was a little personal. Yeah, I think, yeah, you know more about me than any human being except my mother.
That is why it is called a privileged relationship.
Yes, yes.
Seneca, how will you deal with it?
I don't know.
See, that's the awful thing about guilt. You never seem to be able to atone enough. I mean, even if they sent you to jail, that still wouldn't be enough. It's got to happen here in your own head. You've got to believe that Nell forgave you for all those years. And then you've got to forgive yourself.
Yeah, what she probably doesn't forgive me for is my outburst in court. You know, I am kind of surprised that she didn't have me struck by lightning. Now, not fatally, you know, just singed a little. Counselor, you're making a lot of sense.
Now he listens to me. Now.
You know, that's interesting. Counselor, one who advises. Now, I think Nell forgave me. But forgiving myself, that's something else again.
You have to work at it. You're a good man, Seneca. You made those decisions because you thought they were best for you and Nell.
And there's really nothing I can do about it now, is there?
That's right. Seneca, you have so much to offer. Please don't do this to yourself.
Jill, if they take away my license...
Then you'll appeal. We'll deal with that when it happens.
That's right. We'll deal with it. You know, that helps a lot. Well, there's one good thing I got out of this whole mess. A friend. Hello. Yes, she is. One moment, please.
Jillian Coleridge. Yes, thank you very much. Jury's reached a decision. Let's go.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
It's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
And see you singing something new when the day is done. Because I know you, your name is someone.
I confess, I'm not perfect. I can't sew, knit, or crochet. My hairdresser knows things about me I don't even tell my best friend. Sometimes I buy flowers for myself. I admit I might have flaws, but this isn't one of them. Your moment, your Dove. Also available in large bar and singles.
I'm Joanna from Texas. I lost 34 pounds.
I'm Matt from Colorado. I lost 54 pounds.
I highly recommend Hydroxycut. The key ingredients are clinically proven to help people lose more weight.
Hydroxycut and Hydroxycut drink mix. Lose weight. Start now.
Hop on over to SoapNet to catch the latest Genoa City drama.
This is going to be very, very good.
The Young and the Restless tonight at 7 on SoapNet. When Chloe loses control.
Drink yourself into oblivion, Chloe.
Will she drown her sorrows?
You're still there. Drinking.
Was it to you?
And push her family away.
Can't take my baby away from me.
That's exactly what I can do.
Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
The truth is out. Their lives exposed. Their secrets revealed.
Wow. The book everyone's talking about.
And now the reviews are in.
If you're gonna burn one book this year, burn this one.
The Secret Life of Damien Spinelli has hit the shelves, and things will never be the same on General Hospital.
Scandalous.
The Secret Life of Damien Spinelli. Now available at abc.com and wherever books are sold.
Who still uses the word minx?
People are talking about General Hospital's Robin and Patrick. Luann Mitchell posted on Facebook, Robin and Patrick will eventually find their way back after lots of angst, crazy Lisa, and much soul-searching. And Jeanette Kortler adds, they definitely belong together. People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
A man's life spirals out of control.
I want to do an intervention.
Thursday, 6-time Emmy winner Anthony Gary.
I am not an alcoholic.
You're in denial.
I want my dad.
General Hospital.
May, I'm absolutely exhausted. You know, I think I've spoken to everybody in Riverside.
Good for you.
Frank Ryan. Frank Ryan, I have been trudging all around the city, and all this time, you have been sitting here like king of the hill or something. Okay, now get up, get out there.
Hey,
and
I've been
sell.
waiting for you,
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Let's see what you got there.
Oh, sure. There we go. Oh, I'm so thirsty and I'm hot. Oh, I gotta get something to do.
Hey, Dee, this is terrific.
Yeah, I know. You have volunteers coming out of your ears. That's a good song. Got volunteers coming out of my ears. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Mrs. Cohan, you got big, fat, formidable Mrs. Cohan?
Sure. Well, why not?
Why not? When I approached her in the city council campaign, she looked me straight in the eye and said she was an anarchist.
Well, see, you don't know how to talk to her. You don't know how to approach her. See, I know what to say. I just told her about little John. Now, I bet you didn't know that she just had a grandson, hmm?
Ah, the magic words, eh? Where's Sheila? No Sheila?
Oh, let me see. No, I'll get that. That's an easy one.
I was over at Lem's today.
Yeah? Campaigning or eating? Or...
She said you haven't been taking cooking lessons from her, Mrs. Lem, that is.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Well, was she mad or hurt?
No. Why?
Well, because Sheila and I haven't been taking lessons with her. We've just been learning from a cookbook.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Frank, I've told you that. I mean, of course, we went over to Lem's and she gave us a grand tour of the kitchen, but we've been doing it all alone. I mean, with a cookbook. You know, at Sheila's.
You never told me all that.
Frank, come on, I did tell you that.
I would have remembered.
Yeah, well, maybe you weren't listening to me. You know, you start campaigning and you got issues and platforms and everything in your head, and you just don't hear anything important. You just don't remember anything.
Come on now, Dee.
Well,
I heard you say you're taking cooking lessons from Mrs. Lem, didn't I?
yeah, well, that was a long time ago. Frank, what is this? Don't you believe me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to swear on a stack of Bibles, take a lie detector test, huh?
Okay, calm down.
How can I calm down? I'm out there in 90-degree weather, slaving to try to get you votes, and you tell me I'm lying?
Well, I didn't say you were lying.
How can you tell me to calm down? I mean, that's terrific. That's really great.
Dee.
What?
I believe you.
All right, that's better.
Boy, you sure are something when you get going. Okay. Now that we're friends again. When am I going to have my first Chinese dinner?
I don't know.
Pick a night. Any night at all. We'll invite Bob and maybe Mary and Jack, and you and Sheila can cook up a banquet.
Oh, you don't have time for that.
I'll make time. 12 courses.
12 courses. Well, I'll ask her.
Any night that's good for Sheila. Okay?
Okay.
Promise?
Yeah, Frank, I promise. Boy, it's really quiet in here. Why don't I go put some music on?
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.